So in today's lecture we will discuss about design matrix and system design technology. The remaining things we will cover in next class. Now system design technology. When an engineer is developing certain technology or developing certain product, then he has four different design technologies which he can use for the development of the product. And these design technologies are fixed function IC based design technology, full custom ASIC design technology, semi custom ASIC design technology, and PLD design technology. So out of these four design technologies, an engineer can select any one for the development of the product. Now, which particular design technology is selected by an engineer for the development of product will influence the optimization of various design metrics. Now, what is design metric? So design matrix is the measurable parameters which can be measured while developing certain product, and engineer has to optimize these design metrics. So there are many design metrics. Few I have mentioned in this slide. One is NRE cost. Second design metric is unit cost. Third design metric is time to market. And here fourth one is the size of the system, and you can say this power as a fifth design matrix. This is the power consumption of the system. Now apart from these design metrics, there are few other design metrics also. For example, the security of the design and maintainability. So there are many design metrics which has to be optimized by design engineer. Now, what is NRE cost? NRE means non-recurring engineering cost. So, non-recurring non-recurring engineering. So non-recurring engineering cost. And this NRE cost, this is one time cost, right? So this is one time cost which is incurred by a company for the development of the product. Now, for example, suppose for the development of certain product or certain technology, the company require some specialized software. So they have to invest money in that, in the purchasing of those softwares. Maybe they require few computer hardwares or some other type of hardwares. Then money will be invested in that. There may be possibility that 10 design engineers, they will work for 7 months or 8 months, so their salary, all these things are one time cost which company is investing for the development of the product. Now once the product is developed, then uh, now the second design metric is unit cost, right? So what is unit cost? Unit cost is the cost of the product excluding NRE cost. Now excluding NRE cost. Now let us assume this is one unit. This is one unit. This is the PCB, right? Printed circuit board. Over this PCB, let us assume four components are mounted. One, two, three, four, right? So this is one unit. Now the cost of this one unit is called as unit cost, and in this costing we have excluded the NRE cost. So let us take one example. Uh, Let us assume that the cost of these four components which are mounted on this PCB and the cost of PCB, if we include all these, so uh, that is your unit cost. So let us assume for one particular unit, and this unit cost is rupees 100. It is rupees 100. Now the NRE cost for the development of this particular technology, this particular product, let us assume that is 10 lakh. So the NRE cost is rupees 10 lakh. This is 10 lakh. Okay. Now, what will be the cost per product, right? Let us assume total 1000 units are manufactured by the company. So total number of units. So number of units. Number of units is equal to, let us assume, 1000. So that company has manufactured 1000 units whose unit cost is rupees 100, and the NRE cost for the development of the technology is rupees 10 lakh. So what will be the cost of this one unit? What is the cost of this one unit? Right? Because now we have to include the NRE cost also. So the formula for finding out the cost per product is NRE cost divided by number of units plus unit cost. So cost per product here, NRE cost is 10 lakh. So this is 10 lakh, right, divided by number of units. So total number of units are 1000, right, plus unit cost. The cost of the unit is rupees 100. So if we solve this, so this 1000 and 3 zeros of the numerator will be cancel out. So it is 1000 plus 100. So cost per product is rupees 1100, right? So in this way we can calculate the per product cost. Now here one thing is NRE cost and unit cost. These two design metrics are inversely proportional to each other. So if NRE cost will increase, then unit cost will decrease. And if NRE cost will decrease, then unit cost will increase. And the NRE cost, whether it will be more or it will be less, it will be decided by which particular technology is selected by the engineer for the development of the product. So you will understand about all these technologies in coming lectures. Okay, now we will move to another design matrix, and that is time to market. It is the meaning of time to market is it is the time required by a company to launch its product in the market. So to understand this, let us take this graph. In the y-axis, we are mentioning the profit earned by a company for due to certain product, and in the y-axis it is the time in months when the product is launched in the market. Let us assume a company A launched one product at this origin, right? So initially, with the time, the profit will increase and it will reach to one saturation point, and after that it will decrease, and after certain time the product will be out from the market. This is a normal tendency of the market. So now, whatever is the curve of this triangle, area inside this triangle, that will be the profit of company A. Now the same type of product with the same type of feature is launched by another company, but that company has taken some extra time to launch its product, maybe 2 months or 3 months more they have taken to launch its product. So at this particular junction, they have launched their product. So now, since the features are same, everything is same, so revenue of this particular product will also increase. It will reaches to maximum peak, then again it will decrease, and the product will be out from the market. So this graph is for company B. So now the area under this graph will be the profit earned by company B from that particular product. So obviously the area of this triangle of company B is less than the company A. So if a company is taking more time to launch its product in the market, then its revenue share will decrease. Now another design metric is size. Now when we talk about the size, so it can be the physical size of the system. So it can be physical size. So it should be small, because you just think, if there is a mobile which is very big, then customers will not like that mobile, so they require a smaller size product. So size of the product should be small, and with reference to size, it can be the size of the software. It can be the size of the software. So size of the software should also be small, because if the size of the software is small, then it will require less amount of memory for the storing of that particular software. So cost of the product will also decrease. And now another design metric is power. So this is the power consumption by the device. So power consumption of the device should also be less, because you just think about a situation. Suppose there is an electronic gadget which you are operating it by using battery. So if the power consumption of that electronic gadget will be more, then what will happen? The battery will be drained out quickly. So you have to recharge it again and again. And if the power consumption is less, then the battery drain out will be lower. So these are some of the design metrics. And now in the next lecture we will discuss about the fixed function IC based technology, right? So depending upon these technologies which is selected by the engineer for the development of product, these design metrics will change. So he has to optimize these design metrics.